LeBron James and Kevin Durant, two of the NBA's greatest all-time scorers, have had a career of ups.
Cleveland is a city of champions once again.
Kia, most valuable player.
And downs.
LeBron, how could you do this to us?
How are you viewing this move from Durant?
Well, I'm viewing it as the weakest move I've ever seen from a superstar.
So today, we're gonna swap their places, meaning while LeBron puts in work in Texas, KD's getting drafted to the Cavs. He's got big shoes to fill, but I think 6'11" Kevin Durant can do it. And so with the Cavs finishing 28-54, KD would have a fantastic rookie season. Kevin Durant, Rookie of the Year. We knew that was gonna happen. But what I didn't know would happen was while LeBron was tearing it up in Texas, Kevin Durant's time in Cleveland would not get much better, as in his first 4 years, the Cavs would suffer 229 losses. Nonetheless, Kevin was improving. He was an 88 overall by the end of the 2007 season, finally giving the Cavaliers franchise some hope, all until...
With the second pick in the 2007 NBA draft, the Seattle Supersonics select LeBron James.
So in LeBron's rookie season, the Sonics would only finish 37-45, missing the playoffs. However, the King was still putting up crazy numbers. King James, Rookie of the Year, you knew it was gonna happen, shooting 56% from the field. What? As for KD, he continued to get better, but the Cavs roster stayed terrible, meaning they missed the playoffs yet again. And even though KD is the one who needs help, LeBron would be the one getting it in the offseason.
The Seattle Supersonics select Russell Westbrook from UCLA.
Now, before we dive into this group of young talent taking over the league, there's a little challenge. While both KD and LeBron have had careers of backstabbing, there's also been a wide variety of success. So in order to see who the better player is and who's had easier circumstances, we're gonna simulate till present day, meaning the player with the most championships by 2023 wins. So pick your winner for this journey now, all of which is gonna start with KD's first playoff appearance. Kevin Durant averaged about 29 points per game and 7 rebounds, and he got the Cavs to the playoffs as a 6th seed with a 46-36 record, so pretty solid. But would Kevin Durant remain solid against the 3-seeded Bulls who had Joakim Noah and Ben Wallace controlling the paint? And on top of that, a rookie Derrick Rose controlled the offense for this team, allowing the Bulls to jump out to a 3-1 lead, all of which was taken back by KD, who forced a Game 7. Is it going to a Game 7? It is. And in this Game 7, the Cavs looked to KD for everything, as he was the only answer to the Bulls. So with 14 seconds left and Cleveland down 3, you know where the ball's going. 14 seconds left. 3-point game. The Durantula has the ball. He's just pulling it. Oh my God, bro! KD played his heart out to no avail. And in the 2010 season, the Thunder would continue building their young core, acquiring James Harden. So as expected, they would still miss the playoffs, but for Kevin Durant, he would average nearly 33 points, and Cleveland, well, they missed the playoffs too. So Durant, wanting to actually win games, decided he was going to Miami. And as for the Cleveland fans, well, you could say they were a little offended.
I hope he never wins anything in Miami. He is dead to me.
So upon landing in South Beach, KD went to his welcome party where you could say he gave the Cleveland fans a piece of his mind.
How does it feel wearing a Heat uniform?
Feels a whole lot better than those dusty-ass Cavs uniforms.
So in the 2011 season, the Thunder would continue to get better. LeBron would keep guiding Russell Westbrook and James Harden, but they wouldn't make the playoffs just yet. But the veteran Big Three down in Miami, they got the job done, giving KD a real chance to take the lead in this challenge as they went 50-32 and claimed a 5 seed in the East, meaning they would play the Bucks round 1, a team I gave an in-depth analysis on. This Bucks team is like kinda horrible, and kinda horrible was right, as the Heat would dismantle the Bucks in 6 games. But in round 2, they would take on the 1-seeded Celtics, a team I had a lot more respect for. This team makes me physically nervous, and rightfully so. This series was an absolute dogfight. It would go back and forth, with the Celtics even taking a 3-2 lead, but KD said not so fast and forced a Game 7. And despite having trailed for most of the series, KD would enter Boston and take the game over, winning the series, advancing to his first conference finals. In the Eastern Conference Finals, KD will be facing the Cavs, the team that he just left. It doesn't get more poetic than that. It just doesn't. And Durant would not forget what Cavs fans had said about him.
He is dead to me. Dead to me. Dead to me.
He would use this as fuel and absolutely dominate the Cavs, using his anger to take control of the series and completing the sweep with ease. That's gonna do it. KD is going to his first finals. The Mavs actually played the Heat this season in real life, and as we all remember, this finals matchup did not bode well for Miami. But now, the Miami Heat have Kevin Durant. He's a different animal. He'll surely... Yeah, as you can see, this actually went worse than LeBron's series. You hate to see it, history repeats itself. While Durant was down for now, he knew he would be back to the finals. But entering the 2012 season, let's shift gears to LeBron, who would have his breakout year, nearly averaging a triple-double and leading the Thunder to a 50-32 record, meaning LeBron, MVP season? And this MVP season would carry over into the playoffs, where OKC faced Portland round 1. And in this series, LeBron and his big three would battle it out against LaMarcus Aldridge and the Blazers, going back and forth as expected, ultimately reaching a game 7. Okay, 5-point game, a minute 25. That's not too great, but we're jumping in. And when I jumped in, Westbrook would be the one taking the ball up the floor, and he would be ready to remind you guys how good he was before you started calling him Westbrick. Russell Westbrook has it. He needs to score. He pulls it. Okay, so Westbrook missed that one, but the GOAT LeBron James is about to get a wide open layup to make this more competitive. Corey Brewer drives, kicks it to LeBron, layup. Oh my God! So the Thunder would choke this one away. But in the East, KD and the 3-seeded Heat would have a real chance to win the chip this year, also giving Durant another chance to take a lead in this challenge. With that, the Heat would blow by the Sixers in round 1, and then in round 2 against the Celtics, they would get swept. Neither of these guys can do anything right now. But let me just tell you, in the 2013 season, that would change. LeBron and the Thunder would go 63-19, claiming the 1 seed in the West. As for KD and the Heat, they would also be a 1 seed, finishing 70-12 in the East. But don't let that record deceive you, as Miami would struggle round 1 against the Bucks, with their best player Brandon Jennings putting on a clinic. I guess KD's back's against the wall. He's got some work to do. And some work he would do, mounting the 3-1 comeback, advancing to round 2 against Toronto, which would go to a game 7, but KD once again would get it done. And in the conference championship, he would dust his hometown team. KD's gonna complete the sweep. He's going to his second finals. But as for LBJ, he wouldn't struggle at all, torching the Mavs, the Blazers, and then the Timberwolves, meaning we would now be officially flipping the script from an already legendary finals matchup. We've got LeBron on the Thunder. We have KD on the Heat. We saw this matchup in 2012. It's now reversed. And though reversed, the results didn't seem like they would be any different, as the KD-led Heat just dominated the Thunder. The Heat are up 3-0. Are you kidding? Like, how? But with the lead in this challenge on the line, LeBron was not giving up anytime soon. He would take games 4 and 5, coming down to the wire in game 6. 1-point game, 3 minutes left. Let's jump in. This is crucial for the Thunder, but the Heat are looking to claim a chip. D-Wade drives at the rim, finishes. Miami with the lead. 3-2. Westbrook drives for the lead, and one! And one Westbrook. Westbrook for a bigger lead. Boom, boom. 2-point game. And after an awful pass from Larry Hughes, the Thunder would look to build on this lead. Larry Hughes is on the Heat for some reason, and he's throwing. Westbrook. Oh my God! D-Wade, top of the key. Oh, cut inside. Mike Miller. Beautiful play, man. We got a minute 45 left. It's a 3-point game. LBJ's got the ball. He's got Harden wide open. Harden needs to shoot that. Could have shot that. I don't know why he's not. Harden just runs out of bounds. I mean, the Thunder are throwing at this point. Larry Hughes has the ball. He's inside. He's going to shoot something stupid. That's a foul. Larry Hughes to get even closer. It's a 1-point game with a minute 10. But you'd be silly to think the King wouldn't respond to Larry Hughes' late game heroics. He has Mike Miller on him. He's driving right at Mike Miller. He's getting double teamed by KD. Oh my God. LeBron sends the Thunder up 3 with a minute left. Durant has the ball. He's gotten clamped the last few possessions. He pulls up with the mid-range. Got it. He's got it. The Thunder only have a 1-point lead. LeBron looks to extend that. The step back mid-range J. Brick. He sucks. Westbrook kicks it to him. Again. Mike hesitated. He hesitated. Another rebound, a block. Oh my God, bro. This is too much. 1-point game. KD takes it up. Looks to take the lead. Bang! Bang! My God! Kevin Durant is him. He's him. He's that guy. Westbrook's got the ball. Down 1. LeBron, legacy, hook shot. Oh my God. The shimmy. He did the. Down one with the shot clock turned off, KD looked to prove himself. The Heat can win it here. The Thunder have to D up to take it to a game 7. KD's got the ball with 14 seconds left. It's a 1-point game. KD has this nobody on him. He's sizing him up. He's saucing him up. He's got 6 seconds. He's got a screen from Bosch. He's driving for the win. He's fouled. He's fouled by LeBron. LeBron folded. KD's perfect from the line tonight. He can easily take the lead. He's got that one. He's tied it up. KD for the lead. Bang. It's good. We knew that was in. We knew that was in. Timeout Miami. OKC. Timeout OKC is what I meant. KD's talking shit. Let's see who's getting the last shot. Time's running out. They kick it inside. Harden for the win. Brick, dude. Oh my God. KD just took the lives of every Oklahoma City Thunder fan. And at this point, he also took the life out of LeBron, claiming the first championship, giving the Durantula a 1-0 lead. But in the 2014 season, the King was on a mission. Despite losing the beard to the Houston Rockets, LeBron would have a stellar MVP season, putting up absurd numbers and finishing 67-15 in the West as a 1 seed. But the dominance wouldn't stop there. In the first round, they would sweep the Spurs, and then they'd struggle against the Jazz but get it done, followed by an easy Western Conference Finals sweep against the Lakers, propelling this dynamic duo back into the finals. The Thunder sweep LA. What? As for Durant and the Heat, they were also a 1 seed, sweeping the Bucks round 1 and blowing by the Pacers. But in the Eastern Conference Finals, Derrick Rose and Jimmy Butler were not going to give up easy. This series would be competitive, going from Chicago to Miami all the way until a game 7. And in this game 7, D Rose would have a highlight, and then so would Durant, keeping the game close down the stretch, coming down to a final shot from Mike Miller. Mike Miller from deep. Oh my God. So with the Bulls taking down Kevin Durant and the Heat, this now gave LeBron a chance to tie things up. And Chicago was hot. They came out swinging and even got 2 games, but the better duo in the end won the championship. LeBron gets his first ring. He's now tied with Kevin Durant. And though tied for now, things would only get spicier, as in the summer of 2014, KD would go back to Cleveland wanting to win them a ring. And you could say the Cavs fans were excited to see him.
Welcome back home!
Then getting into KD's homecoming season, he would not disappoint, winning MVP, carrying the Cavs to a 66-16 record as a 1 seed in the East. And in the playoffs, this KD-Kyrie duo seemed even more unstoppable, cakewalking to KD's 3rd finals appearance. But in the West, LeBron, Westbrook, and the Thunder looked to go back-to-back, as they controlled the West easily in the first 3 rounds, going straight to the finals. So, you know that means we've got a finals rematch. These two both have a championship. The stakes in this one are as big as ever. So with the stakes higher than ever, I figured we'd have a competitive finals series. But the first 2 games in Cleveland, it was a Cavaliers clinic. KD and Kyrie both put on wild shooting performances, taking a 2-0 lead and then going to Oklahoma City and taking a 3rd, going up 3-0, leaving me asking myself, is LeBron about to get swept again to Kevin Durant? And LeBron would get swept again, as in game 4, they continued to have no answer for the Cavs, getting routed by 20 points. KD's gonna take his 2nd chip, returning to Cleveland, and KD was ecstatic to take his 2nd ring, also taking a lead in this race. And in the 2016 season, it seemed like the Durantula would extend his lead, having a phenomenal regular season, finishing 1st in the East and winning yet another MVP. But in round 2 of these playoffs, thick-ass Kyle Lowry said not so fast, as he and DeMar DeRozan dismantled the Cavs in 6 games. The Raptors dethroned the Cavs. Kevin was ashamed of the Cavaliers' 2nd round exit. But on the other end of things, LeBron saw this as an opportunity to tie up this race, and that he would try to do, blowing by rounds 1 and 2 to the conference finals, where he would face his former teammate. So as the series got underway, it was clear Harden had something to prove. With the help of Dwight Howard, the Beard was putting up some really good numbers, but not good enough to keep the Thunder out of the equation, as LeBron and Westbrook also would take over, going back and forth until a game 7, which came down to 1 shot from James Harden. They could wait the whole time, or Harden for the tie. Oh my God, it rims out. LeBron and the Thunder are going back to the finals. And coming out of the East, the Thunder would play the Wizards, whose two best players were John Wall and Bradley Beal, two elite offensive guards who would do pretty well until they needed to play defense, where they had to rely on the Polish hammer Marcin Gortat. And so with no surprise, this series was over in a sweep. LeBron now claimed his second championship. LeBron's now tied with Kevin Durant, but KD is going to have plenty of chances to regain the lead. And it really did seem like KD could retake the lead until LeBron hinted at something in the offseason.
Steph Curry's the one that I want to play with, for sure.
And just like that, LeBron was heading to the Bay, and Thunder fans didn't seem too pleased about it.
You failed the city, you failed the fan base, and you failed me!
But who LeBron didn't fail was the Warriors. They went 72-10, as he and Steph Curry seemed to be probably the best duo in NBA history. But don't let that distract you from Kevin Durant's third MVP season, as he and Kyrie continue to dominate, claiming the 1 seed yet again. So of course, through the playoffs, both of these guys would continue to dominate through the first 3 rounds, giving us an entirely flipped Warriors-Cavaliers finals in 2017. On top of that, we're currently tied at 2 championships apiece, meaning this one will give a lead to either LeBron or Kevin Durant. But the clear favorite in this finals matchup was easily the Golden State Warriors. Between their elite roster and electric environment, it was going to be really hard for KD to get anything done. And in the first 2 games, this seemed to be true. Steph Curry's deep three-point shooting and LeBron's peak athleticism were too much. The Cavaliers just didn't seem to have enough resources, and going back to Cleveland, the story stayed the same as the Cavs went down 0-3. The Warriors are up 3-0. Kevin Durant swept LeBron the last 2 times, but this time, it might be different. And without surprise, it would be different. The Warriors blew out the Cavs by more than 30 points. It is a 30-point game with 10 seconds remaining. LeBron is gonna get a lead. He's sweeping the Cavs. I mean, he is like the greatest team ever, so it's not really surprising, but come on. And so just like that, LBJ not only brought a championship to the Bay Area, but he'd take control of this race. And things wouldn't be getting easier for Kevin Durant, as his best teammate, Kyrie Irving, would be switching teams in the offseason. But still, you shouldn't count Kevin Durant out yet, because in this season, he went crazy, winning his 4th consecutive MVP, single-handedly leading the Cavs to a 2 seed in the East. Kevin Durant's him. It's the greatest scorer of all time. And King James and the Super Team Warriors had a great season as well. But as for their postseason run, it was cut short in the second round to the Clippers. And jumping into the final game, I noticed something was up with LeBron. Broken nose. So while King James consults Kylie Jenner about a nose job, let's swing it right back to Kevin Durant, who had marched right by the Pacers, Sixers, and then Raptors all the way to the finals, where he would play this big 3. And this Thunder group would give Kevin Durant hell, taking this series all the way to a Game 7, which came down to the last minute. We're all tied up. KD's at the line. He's got no help. Oh no, Kevin loves playing with a broken toe. Okay, all right. Well, KD, we can't miss free throws. And after KD's missed free throw, his teammate in an alternate universe would capitalize. Westbrook. Oh my God, Westbrook for the lead. 1 minute left. Cavs are down 2. This is a Game 7. Winner takes a championship. Kevin Durant's got it. He's got Westbrook on it. He passes to Kevin Love. Kevin Love pushing really close out of bounds. Kevin Love with the fader. He hits it. Kevin Love ties it. Oh my God, I'm freaking out. Andre Roberson with the ball. He's got Iman Shumpert on him. Andre Roberson inside to Westbrook. They double team him in the post. KD double team. Melo for 3. It's a brick. KD's got the ball. Tie game. 26 seconds. KD drives. Melo on him. Gets by him. Scores. Oh my God. In the most important game of his life, KD comes up clutch, getting ready to tie things up in his challenge with LeBron, but the Thunder, they'd have one more chance to rip it from him. Steven Adams on the inbound for the Thunder. 22 seconds left. 1 possession game, 2-point game. Westbrook's got it top of the key. He's got George Hill on him. He spins off mid-range for the tie. It's off. Kevin Love rebounds. He's going to the line. And just like that, Kevin Love would ace both of his free throws, essentially winning the game. They're going to at least need a three here. Andre Roberson is a terrible three-point shooter, so it's over. And just like that, against all odds, KD would win his third championship, tying things up with LeBron regardless of the super team he was on. But in the 2018 offseason, KD would be looking for a change of scenery as he would now be heading to the Los Angeles Lakers, a franchise in desperate need of a superstar. And the greatest Laker of all time would be welcoming him with open arms.
Yeah, I talked to him yesterday and just told him welcome, man. Now, I mean, he's part of the family, right? So like whatever he needs, I got him.
So with the Mamba having his back, KD knew the future was bright in Los Angeles, but of course, this first year was gonna be a fluke, as the Lakers missed the playoffs, finishing 26-56, clearing the runway for LeBron to take the lead as he won MVP and Defensive Player of the Year, easily making the playoffs, causing the Durantula to question if his decision was the right one and if it would all be worth it in the end. But only time will tell as we follow LeBron and his dynasty through this playoff run. But it would not come easy for the King, as in the second round he would have to squeak by his former team and then the Timberwolves in the conference finals, both in game 7s, leading to an intense finals matchup against the Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid led 76ers. LeBron's playing Ben Simmons and Embiid in these finals is going to be a gritty battle. And with the stage set, it seemed like it would be a gritty battle, but once the Warriors went up 3-1 and I saw Ben Simmons being Ben Simmons, I knew who was going to win this. LeBron, his fourth. LBJ would officially win his second ring with the Warriors and his fourth overall, overtaking Kevin Durant. But as the 2023 deadline got closer and closer, KD knew he would need to make drastic changes to his Lakers roster to even things.
Pelicans have agreed to finally trade Anthony Davis to the Lakers.
And so with Anthony Davis now wearing purple and gold, LeBron would look to get out of the Western Conference as he would go east to the Brooklyn Nets, signing a brand new contract and teaming up with Kyrie Irving. And putting the attention back on the KD-AD Lakers, they would have a pretty good season. But ultimately, in round 2 against the Phoenix Suns, things would go to a game 7. KD would drop nearly 60 points, but D-Book and Chris Paul were just too much to handle, winning the game in convincing fashion, causing the media to start to question how viable this Lakers team was.
The Lakers are frauds!
But for the Brooklyn Nets, this postseason was much more successful, streaking through the first 3 rounds to play the Clippers in the finals. But this series would slip away from Kyrie and LeBron pretty quickly, going down 3-1 and forcing a game 6, but losing in embarrassing fashion to Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. So with LeBron failing to go up 2 championships, he was still up 1 entering the 2021 season, and KD, given yet another chance to tie things up with the King, would actually have a worse record than last year. But they'd still make the playoffs, setting up a first round matchup against the Suns, and it would end the exact same way.
Frauds!
But for LeBron and the Nets, everything was going perfect. The roster would only get better due to a mid-season blockbuster trade, allowing for LeBron to reunite with his former teammate. And this squad wouldn't disappoint, going 63-19, easily claiming the 1 seed in the East. But just like last year, Brooklyn would come up short, getting stunned in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals by the Trae Young-led Hawks. LeBron's taking a Game 7 L to Atlanta, and in 2022, the Nets would be a 1 seed, but they would disappoint yet again, losing a Game 7 in round 2. Kyrie's got it, but they're down 20. This is a Game 7. It's not gonna happen. So the Nets would disappoint for the 3rd season in a row, but this gave KD not only a chance to bring a championship to LA, but to tie things up with LeBron. And he seemed unstoppable as he and AD tore through rounds 1 and 2 and then swept the Nuggets in the Western Conference Finals. And in the finals, he would face the Bulls, who really only had Zach LaVine, so I figured this would be a cakewalk for KD and AD. But let me just tell you, I was sorely mistaken as Chicago took games 1, 2, and 3. And I was baffled to say the least, but I also felt Kevin Durant's frustration. This is such fucking bullshit, dude. And so with just 1 season remaining and no NBA team ever coming back down 3-0, I figured KD's fate was sealed. But for Kevin, this series was far from over. He not only wanted to get even with LeBron, but he wanted to do this for Kobe.
He's part of the family, right? So like whatever he needs, I got him.
KD would channel his aggression in Game 4, blowing out the Bulls. Then in Game 5, it would take a second, but at the end, he would come through for his team. Now only down 3-2, in Game 6, it would take the whole team, but they would get it done at the end. And of course, Game 7 wouldn't come easy, but at the end, I started to realize the Lakers are gonna get it done. KD's tying this at 4 apiece. I gave up. Inspired by Kobe Bryant, KD did the impossible, finally getting even with LeBron, but there's only one season left, so are we gonna end with a tie, or can someone get it done in the 2023 season? Well, just to keep it brief, the Nets would collapse, starting with Kyrie Irving.
Irving told the Nets that they want to trade.
And so with that, LeBron wasn't going to play by himself, so he requested a trade to the Suns, making it to the postseason as a 6th seed, but ultimately coming up short to the Grizzlies and Ja Morant's sharpshooting ability. However, Kevin Durant's story was much different, finishing 61-21 as a 1 seed in the West, staying on fire through the postseason as he and AD tore it up, ultimately beating the Celtics in the finals and only taking 2 losses in the whole playoffs. With that said, KD would clutch this thing out with ease, winning the challenge 5-4, meaning LeBron had a much easier career. But what if we swapped LeBron's career with his rival Steph Curry? Click on the center of the screen to find out.